Someone is not here. Can I hear the loudest amen? The greatest mistake. What is mistake? Mistake is an error. Mistake is an error. Mistake is an error. So, let's go to Judges chapter number 16. Judges chapter number 16. Praise God. Someone is not here. I say praise God. Touch your neighbor. Tell your neighbor it is your time. Touch your neighbor again. Tell your neighbor it is your time. Judges chapter 16. I want to read. I might not be able to read all of it, but let's get the point. Judges 16 from verse 1. The Bible said, then went Samson to Gaza and saw there an harlot and went unto her. And it was told the Gazites, saying, Samson is come hither. And they compassed him in and lay wait for him all night in the gate of the city, and we are quiet all the night, saying, in the morning when it is day, we shall kill him. And Samson lay till midnight, and arose at the midnight, and took the doors of the gate of the city, and the two posts, and went away with them, bar and all, and put them upon his shoulders, and carried them up to the top of an hill that is before Hebron. And it came to pass afterward that he loved a woman in the valley of Sorek, whose name was Delilah. And the lords of the Philistines came up unto her, and said unto her, entice him, and see wherein his great strength lieth, and by what means we shall prevail against him, that we may bind him to afflict him, and will give thee every one of us 1,100 pieces of silver. And Delilah said unto Samson, tell me, I pray thee, wherein thy great strength lieth, and wherewith thou mayest be bound to afflict thee. And Samson said unto her, if they bind me with 7 green wheat that were never dried, then shall I be weak and be as another man. Then the lords of the Philistines brought up to her 7 green wheats, which had not been dried, and she bound him with them. Now there were men lying in wait, abiding with her in the chamber. And she said unto him, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he brake the wheats, and the thread of tow is broken when it toucheth the fire, so his strength was not weak. And Delilah said unto Samson, behold, thou hast mocked me and told me lies. Now tell me, I pray thee, wherewith thou mayest be bound. And he said unto her, if they bound me fast with new ropes that have never occupied, then shall I be weak and be as another man. Delilah therefore took new ropes and bound him therewith, and said unto him, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And there were lies in wait, abiding in the chambers, and he broke them from off his arms like a thread. And Delilah said unto Samson again, hereto thou hast mocked me, and have told me lies. Tell me, where would thou mayest be bound? And he said unto her, if thou weavest the 7 locks, if you weavest the 7 locks of my head and the web. And she fastened it with a pin, and said unto him, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awoke out of sleep, and went away with the pin of the beam and with the web. Praise the Lord. And she said unto him again, How can thou say you love me when thy heart is not with me? Thou hast mocked me 3 times and hast not told me wherein thy great strength lieth. Look at 3 times she have been persuading. And it came to pass in verse 16, when she pressed him daily with her words and urged him, so that his soul was vexed unto death, that he told her all his heart. This is where he opened up unto her and said unto her, there had not razor come upon my head, for I have been a Nazareth unto God from my mother's womb. If I be shaven, then my strength will go from me, and I shall become weak and be like any other man. And when Delilah saw that he has told her all his heart, she sent and called for the lords of the Philistines, saying, come upon these ones, for he has shown me all his heart. Then the lords of the Philistines came up unto her and brought money in their hands. Are you there? And she made him to sleep upon her knees, and she called for a man, and she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head. She began to afflict him, and his strength went from him. Praise the Lord. And she said, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awoke out of the sleep and said, I will go as many times. Just let's leave the remaining one. Praise the Lord. The story is just so long, but I just have to read to some extent for you to understand when this message is going on. Praise the Lord. Someone is not here. Say praise the Lord. Can I hear somebody shout a better hallelujah? Today's message is titled The Greatest Mistake. Somebody say the greatest mistake. Shout it louder. Say the greatest mistake. Today's message, I'll be very fast, but make sure you run along with me so that you pick the points in today's message. Praise God. I say praise God. The greatest mistake. Amen. I say amen. Praise the Lord. I say praise the Lord. Now take this note before I continue. The greatest mistake one can make is breaking the rules, covenant, and instruction. Make sure you take this note very well, because I'll ask you questions today. The greatest mistake one can make is breaking the rules, covenant, and instructions that is secretive, pertaining to your life and destiny, given to you by God Almighty. Very dangerous. The greatest mistake one can make is breaking the rules, covenant, and instructions that is secretive. Underline the word instruction, underline the word secretive, pertaining to your life and destiny, given to you by God Almighty. Praise God. I say praise God. Amen. I said amen. Now hear this. What makes you successful in life is the secret you know that somebody else does not know. Is someone here? I didn't hear. I say someone here. There is something you know that someone else did not know. Look at the story of Samson. The woman kept pressing him every day. Tell me where your strength is. There are many preachers who, when they preach about this context, some of them will say what killed Samson is because Samson was sleeping with a woman. No, that is not what killed Samson. Are you there? I don't know what that's. I say, are you there? Some will say what killed Samson was because he slept with a harlot. No, that is not what killed Samson. When you read your Bible, try to understand the Bible. Now, look at what happened to Samson. As we read from the book of Judges, The Bible said he went in with a woman. Are you there? That means that character of that lifestyle of womanizing was in him. Delilah was not the first woman Samson met. Read the Bible very well. Praise the Lord. I didn't hear I say praise the Lord. Delilah was not the first woman he met. The Bible said when he slept with a woman, and after a while he came across a lady whose name was called Delilah. And look at what the lords of the Philistines did. The lords of the Philistines, they were looking for a way to bring him down. I don't know whether somebody's here. Pay attention. You must learn something today. They were looking for a way to bring him down. Now, the Bible said after he slept all night, they were camped around the place where he slept. They said, since he has went in with a woman, maybe in the morning he will be weak. And his strength must have left him. Maybe he will not be able to fight anymore. But you know what happened? The Bible said in the morning, when Samson woke up and he stepped down, they were all watching, thinking he was weak. He went to the entrance of the city. Did you see that there? He took the post, just like the way the pillar of a city is, one at the left, one at the right. He jacked this one up. He jacked the other one up. He placed it on his shoulders. And he began to climb the mountain. So when they saw him, they said, wow. It means this strength is still there. Am I talking to somebody here? It means this man is not weak. It means this man still here. I saw you there. Praise the Lord. I say praise the Lord. Amen. I say amen. Now, they now decided to use Delilah to set trap for Samson. If you read Judges chapter 16 from verse 1 to the end, when I see preachers who preach about this context and they tell you Delilah is a harlot, some said Samson slept with Delilah. Wrong. Read your Bible very well. In the whole context, there was no place in Judges 16 where the Bible stated that Samson slept with Delilah. Hello. I don't know whether somebody's following me. Are you sure you're there? Read your Bible clearly. Go and read it. Judges 16 from it. There is no place the Bible stated that Samson slept with Delilah. Then, in this case, the issue of sleeping with Delilah or not sleeping with Delilah is not even the context here. But many people think it's the main bone of contention, but it's not. It is one thing to read the Bible, it's another thing to understand the Bible. Am I talking to somebody here? Everybody can read, but not everybody understand what they read. That is where Rema comes in. And that is where the spirit of understanding comes in. Now look at what Delilah is. Delilah is not a harlot. Point of correction. Hello? The reason why Delilah came to Samson, it is not because she wanted sexual pleasure. No, wrong. Am I talking to somebody here? The reason why she came to Samson, it is not because she had feelings for him. No. It is not because she's in love with him. No. I don't know whether you're getting my teaching. I want to teach you the greatest mistake a man can make. Now listen. The reason why she came is because they want to use her as a medium to find out the secret of Samson. I don't know whether you're getting what I'm saying. And the lords of the Philistines said unto Delilah, we all are going to gather so and so amount of money and give to you, if only you can find out the secret of his strength. I don't know whether somebody is here. You are not here. You are not here. I say you are not here. Are you sure you are here? I say, are you sure you are here? They say if only you can find it out, we'll give you money. Now look at how much we are going to pay you, if only you can. Then she coming to Samson, the reason why they decided to use Delilah is because they know the weakness of Samson is women. I don't know whether somebody's here. You are not here. You are not here. I don't know whether somebody's here. Are you sure you are here? Okay, let me come this way. If somebody wants to poison you and the person discovers that the best food you eat is so and so kind of meal, they will look for somebody who will present that meal before you. It's not as if they don't have other ways to kill you, but peradventure they have tried and they failed. So they are looking for a way to get to you. So what they are looking for is your weakness. Am I talking to somebody here? Somebody is not here. Are you sure you are here? Every time the devil wants to bring a man down, the first thing the devil will do is to look at your loophole. What is that loophole? That loophole means your weakness. What is your weakness? That place you are not getting it right. That particular area that no matter how you pray, shout and speak in tongues, when you come back there you must fall there. I don't know whether somebody's here. That is where the devil focuses at. Now the first time the woman looked and said, Samson, he said, yes. Please tell me now, you know you love me. I think you love me, so tell me the truth. What will I do? What do you think somebody can do to you that will make your strength to leave you? Are you there? I don't know whether somebody's there. Are you there? If you are there, somebody shout, I'm there. Listen, she was not doing that. I will still give you notes, but I want to take my time to explain so that you understand the note I will give you. She was not doing that because she wanted to make love with him. No. And even if she made love with him, as many preachers claim, which the Bible did not attest to that as far as Judges 16 is concerned, that is not the main bone of contention. He has been sleeping with people before he met Delilah. I don't know whether somebody is here. Are you sure you are paying attention? Now, Delilah was not there because of feelings, no. She was not there because of love, no. She was there because her mission is to find out the secret of Samson. That's all. So anything it will take her to find out what needs to be done to Samson for him to go down. That is what she's there for. And the lords of the Philistines said unto her, if you can find out, all of us will gather money one by one and give to you. So this is a contract. Are you here? I don't know whether you're here. It's a contract. It's like a deal. It's like a business. And they signed the deal. Then when the woman came to Samson, he said, Samson, you know you love me. You say you love me. You know, when women want to have their way to sweet talk a man, there is a way they do it magically. I don't know if you understand. We have daughters of Jezebel and slave queens. I don't know whether somebody's here. So when you are a man and you feel you are very strong and very tough and you know how to shout, there is a way the woman will wind her waist and use her hair to touch you. Am I talking to somebody? You will not know when your Android phone will fall from your hand. And even if your mother from the village is calling you, you can't pick that call because there is a call important to you at that point. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Pay attention. Oguche, you understand me? Okay, God bless you. Praise God. Now, at that point in time, the woman tried. She said, tell me. Was busy touching the man, and the man said, okay, if they carry dry ropes and tie my hands, before you know it, I'll be weak. You know what Delilah did? He made Samson to sleep. There's a way a woman will massage a man. Even if sleep is in Ibadan, it will come to Abuja. I don't know whether you're following what I'm saying here. No, I'm not joking. Amen? Are you there? Women, am I talking? There's a way a woman will massage a man. Then you understand that the hand of a man and the hand of a woman is not the same. Are you there? When they will ask you, where are you? You say, I'm in Cameroon, but you're in Abuja. You know why? So, He said, they tied the rope. The way they tied the rope, look at what she did. He now tapped Samson. Samson, wake up. The lords of the Philistines are against you. And they came with speed to come and kill him. When they came, Samson did his hand like this. The rope cut. The Philistines went back. Then she now said, Shebi, you say you love me. Why are you doing this to me? You say you love me. What kind of love is this? And you cannot tell me the secret. Can I tell you something? Look up. Anybody who is interested to know your secret is an agent from the kingdom of darkness. You are not here. And listen, I say you are not here. Pay attention. That is the worst mistake you can ever make in life. That is why you come across big men. They have made money. Money is not their problem. You sit with them and you are talking with them. You want to find out how you can become somebody. They will buy you fish. They will buy you chicken. They will buy you drink. They will still give you transport. They will not tell you that secret. You don't understand what I'm talking about. Are you learning something at all? Pay attention. I'm taking my time to teach you. I have 15 minutes to go. Amen? I say amen. Then Samson cut the rope. After a while, she now said, oh, look at what you are doing to me. You said you love me. Is this the kind of love you profess to me? I don't understand what kind of person you are. And they begin to romance him, touch him. And after Samson now said, okay, this time around you will carry ropes that is wet. Not dry one now. Amen? Are you there? He said, oh yeah, if you use this one and tie me now, my strength will go. Woman now made him to sleep again. Then when he slept, she tried that method, the second method. Can I talk to you? Can I talk to you? I say, can I talk to you? I have come to understand biblically, when the devil wants to bring down a man and the devil is on a high frequency, you have 3 stages to pass. It happened in the case of Jesus. Is it only happening in the case of... There must be 3 stages of your trial. If you fail at the 3rd stage, you are falling for it. Praise the Lord. Now, when they tried for the 2nd time, he said, the lords of the Philistines are against thee. Samson stood up and did like this. The rope cut. Are you here? I say, are you here? Okay. And the 3rd one, we say, Shebi, you say you love me now. Shebi, you say I'm my sweetheart. Shebi, you say you're there for me. You love me. Why are you doing this to me? Me, I don't understand this kind of relationship though. That is, those are the trick that women use. Am I talking to somebody? You will now see a man who have grown beards. A man of age. When they are doing it, they'll be touching his bare head. And you see the man laughing. The man will not know when he will release the PIN number of his bank. I don't know whether I'm talking to somebody here. Open your eyes and listen to this message. Then he gave him trick number 3. It's okay. They use PIN on my head. After a while, the Bible said, listen for you to understand. The Bible said, Delilah kept pressing him. To press him means she kept disturbing. She kept trying all possible best. So what killed something is not the sex part. It is the talking part. Am I talking to somebody here? That is what killed something. It's not the sex part. He has been having sex. Delilah is not even as beautiful as the ladies he has met before. So what kills somebody most times is not what you think. What comes out from your mouth. What comes out from your mouth can make your life better. And what comes out from your mouth can terminate your destiny. I don't know whether I'm talking to somebody here. Are you sure you're here? Then at that stage, after the 3rd one, then when she kept pressing him daily. Are you here? I say, are you here? All of a sudden, he now said, look at what Samson did. Oh, this woman will not allow me rest. Let me just tell her, let me rest. Are you there? I don't know whether you're there. Are you sure you're there? I beg you, this thing is too much. Every day this woman not allow person rest. Every day you want to know, you want to know. If you even know self, what you want use and do, make I just tell him. That is the problem. I don't know whether somebody's here. Then he now looked at the woman and now said, well, since I was, the 7 locks of my head have never been shaved. Any day that these 7 locks of my head is being shaved, my strength will go. Praise God. You are not here. I say praise God. Can I hear somebody shout a better hallelujah? At that point, it sounds appealing. And the woman looked at him and said, wow, this point look more interesting. Let me try. He made him to sleep. This time around, the Bible says he made him to sleep on her nails. You understand what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying? Made him to sleep on her nails. Very close to the London. Yes, that is where he slept now. Yes. This is when devil want to strike. It is not as if he entered the London. Oh, read your Bible. Close to the London. That is where they put his head and touched him and he slept off. Then the woman now called on the lords of the Philistines. Hey, come, oh, I have found out the secret. Come. They ran, and before they came, one person have already shaved the hair. Then by the time they came, before they came, Delilah purposely carried something like cane. Are you sure you're here? Men, pay attention. Yeah. Are you here? Men, pay attention. Are you here? Women can be deadly. You will not understand. You won't understand. Are you here? It's applicable to both men and women, but pay attention. When Delilah now brought something like a cane, he want to test first. As he just carried the cane and hit Samson, Samson said, he said, hey, I have gotten it. Lords of the Philistines, come, oh, make una gather my money, come pay me. I don't finish my assignment. Take the notes now. I've been explaining since because I want you to understand before I give you the notes, so that when you write and you take it home, you understand what I said. Things to learn from Samson's mistake. Write it down. Things to learn from Samson's mistake. Number 1, if you can't keep secrets, you can't go far in life and destiny. That's number 1. I have only 10 minutes to close this message, so pay attention. Number 1, if you can't keep secrets, you can't go far in life and destiny. Learn to hold your mouth. I don't know whether somebody's here. Are you sure you're here? If you're here, somebody say I'm here. If you can't keep secrets, you can't go far in life and destiny. That's number 1. Number 2, there are things that if you voice out from your mouth, you have destroyed your career and your destiny forever. Things to learn from Samson's mistake. There are things that if you voice out from your mouth, you have destroyed your career and your destiny forever. How many of you thought that is everybody who sees the promised land that will enter the promised land? It's not true. How many of you told you, who told you that it's all the prophecies God gave concerning your head? There are some prophecies that will fail. I don't know whether somebody's here. I like telling you things the way they are. The man of God stood up and said, God said by this time next year he will bless you and give you this. He has said what God said, but it's not a must, it must be fulfilled. Your ability to keep your mouth shut. I don't know whether somebody's here. No, you are not here. Are you sure somebody's here? If you are here, somebody say I'm here. Number 3 thing to learn from Samson's mistake. Number 3, not every error can be corrected. There are errors you make in life. You have the opportunity and the chance to correct it. But there are errors that when you make, that is the end of you. It means there are errors that does not have a remedy or a second chance. Is somebody here? You are not talking. I say somebody here. If you are here, somebody say I'm here. Number 4, in the journey to your destiny, avoid distraction. As far as I'm concerned, Delilah was a distraction to Samson's destiny. The best thing Samson would have done is to avoid her and go his way. After the first time, she tried to find out the secret. The second time, he tried to find out this. He should have just left her and go. Women were his weak point. That's why they used Delilah against him. Number 5. What did you learn, number 5, from Samson's mistake number 5? That someone tells you that he or she has feelings and affection towards you, it's not just enough to trust the person 100%. Are you there? You met somebody and the person tells you, I have feelings for you, I love you, I feel something for you. Even if the person voice out something like that, it's not just enough to give the person 100% trust. There are people who come into your life because they came with a mission. Somebody did not hear me. Are you here? There are people who come into your life. Why? Because they came with a what? A mission. They just want their mission to be fulfilled. In the case of Samson and Delilah, Delilah have a mission. And certain amount have been agreed that they are going to pay her when she finishes her job. Don't you know there are people who can spend money just to get you down? Are you sure you're here? Are you sure you're here? There are people who can spend any amount of money just to bring you down. Maybe because they've been to different altars and different places to get you and they couldn't get you. Are you there? If you're there, somebody shout, I'm there. Number 6, your ability to keep secret is a sign of Christian maturity. Your ability to keep secrets is a sign of Christian maturity. Amen. You are not here. I say amen. Can I hear somebody shout a louder amen? Your ability to keep secret is a sign of Christians' maturity. Now let me tell you something you don't know. Look up. It's only one point to remain in number 7 and I'll round off. You've taken number 6. Your ability to keep secret is a sign of Christian maturity. Do you know what people come to tell me when I sit in my office? My ear is filled up most times. Am I talking to somebody? But I can't discuss it with any of you. Who are you? Can you even come to my office and ask me, Papa, that woman that left your office, what did she say? I will slap the devil out of you. Are you crazy? I don't know whether somebody's there. You don't understand what I'm talking about here. Can I shock you? Pastors and prophets who knows their job, the secret and information that they have is too much for their head to carry. You don't understand. There are things a wife cannot tell the husband, they will tell the pastor. Take it or leave it, I'm telling you nothing but the truth. There are secrets someone will not even tell his own biological mother. He will tell the prophet. You know why? He is the servant of the Most High God. He's the only person who is qualified to hear it. There are people you sit down with and discuss your life with them. At the end of the day, they will be the one that will plan with others to double cross you and kill you before your time. I don't know whether somebody's here. If you are here, somebody say I'm here. Permit me to say this in today's message. I will say something that is not good, but understand it. And when I say it, I will tell you where a proof is in the Bible. If I say it, it will cause problem, but listen, that's the truth. As a husband, you must not tell your wife everything. Are you surprised to hear that? I will explain. I'm a teacher. I'm not just a preacher. That is why when you hear me talking, I don't shout the way pastors shout. I take my time to teach. Nobody have said this before. Say, it's the bone of my bone, it's the flesh of my flesh. Two have come together and become one. We understand. There are things you should not tell your wife. And you as a wife, there are things you should not tell your husband. Pay attention. Someone will say, what is this pastor trying to say? Is it not to cause problem? Keep your mouth shut. There are things. Let me give you an example. Is somebody here? I ask again, is somebody here? Are you sure you're here? Pay attention. Amen? I say amen. There are times I might come to the house and my wife want to find out something. When she asks me, I keep quiet. Amen? And when she says, I'm your wife, I'm supposed to know. Tell me, I need to know. Am I not your wife? Is there anything you're hiding from me? Praise the Lord. Then I said to her, when God called me, you were not there. Are you here? When God called me, you were not there. So sit down and face your business. Anyone who tells the wife 100% of everything, including what God told him, the man is a fool. Should I give you an example? Now listen. There was a time that God said to Abraham, prepare your son Isaac. Take him up to the mountain for sacrifice. Are you there? Abraham did not tell the wife. Abraham did not tell the wife. You know why? He knows if I tell my wife will say, a child I waited for almost 100 years, all of us will die here today. You are not taking this child anywhere. Go and tell God. God don't know what they talk. If before God go kill this or make it kill me first, he should kill me first. I don't know whether I follow what I'm saying here. Are you here? Why did you think God blessed Abraham beyond measure? He knows how to keep secrets. Are you there? I say, are you there? Somebody's not. I say, are you there? Well, listen. Some of you who are opportune to follow great people in life, maybe the person is a senior pastor, or maybe the person is a politician, or maybe the person is a governor, or so on and so forth. Listen to me. If you want to get into the heart of that person, hold your mouth. You know why I said so? Let's assume you are moving with a politician because he puts you inside his car. So there are places where when he goes, you are there with him. The day he mistakenly hear it from another person, the trust and love he has for you is dead. Are you here? Listen, you might ask money from him, he will give you. But there are levels of secrets he can never sit down to discuss with you again for life. I don't know whether somebody's here. Are you sure you're here? If you're here, somebody say I'm here. Abraham did not tell the wife, I am taking our son Isaac for sacrifice. Oh, he didn't say so. He just called the son Isaac. Isaac was 13 years old. He said, my son, prepare. We are going to the mountain for sacrifice. Amen? The wife was not aware. You know why? He knows that discussing it with the wife will cause an obstacle. And for him, he's ready to do anything for God. It doesn't matter how it looks like. That is the heart of Abraham. And even when the son was asking, Dad, every time we are going to the mountain for sacrifice, we always go with animals. How come today's own is different? He said, my son, don't worry. When we get there, God will provide. Let's go. Do you know, he did not even tell the son. God said, I should prepare you for sacrifice. Look at how secretive he is. Not even the son. Okay, tell me, if he had told the son, my son, want to go to mountain, let me go and bath, prepare. God said I should go and sacrifice you. Before he bath finish, come out, the son go run. If now you go stay, what are you talking? You don't understand? Okay, your father came to you and said, my son, what happened is that there is problem. God just told me now that I should prepare you. I'm going to sacrifice you today. Not animals, you I will sacrifice. Oh yeah, I want to go and bath, prepare, I'm coming. I am telling you, before the father will pour water on the body, the child will not even be in the country. He will be outside the country calling the father on the phone. I don't know whether you are there. He will tell the father, you don't prepare for the sacrifice. When you reach there, may you and God settle the matter. It shows you the level of being secretive at the level where Abraham was. The son is not aware. Even the wife is not aware. Then when they got to the place for sacrifice, are you there? He took something and tied the face of the son and made him to lie down. Are you there? I ask again, are you there? The son said, Baba, me, I don't understand though. The sacrifice you have been going before, this one you are tying my face. Now I cannot see. You have used something. Am I the one for the sacrifice? He said, my son, don't worry. God will provide. As he was saying God will provide, he has already lifted up his hand though. But the child cannot see. The wife at home is not aware. Are you sure you are following what I'm saying? And the son is there. He's confused. He doesn't know. This one my father tied my face. What's the next thing? And the father have lifted hand to slaughter the son. When God looked at the heart and saw the kind of heart Abraham had, he said, my son, stop. Turn behind. You will see a lamb. Use the lamb for the sacrifice. Are you there? Then somebody now tells you, you must tell your husband everything. It's a lie. There are things that has to do with your destiny and your life that you shouldn't voice out. I don't know whether somebody's following what I'm saying. Are you there? I don't know whether somebody's learning something at all. A young man a few years ago was expecting a huge amount of money. Are you there? He met his pastor. And his pastor told him, hold your mouth. This money is too big. Keep quiet. Amen. And the pastor said to him, not even your sister, your brother should be aware. You know, there are people that when men of God is talking to them, they don't understand. A carnal man cannot understand the things of the spirit. You know what happened? He now went and told one of his friends, look at the money I'm expecting. Look at the day the money is coming. Look at the person bringing the money to me. Look at the time the money will come. And look at where the money will land. Do you know what happened? That same night, the money arrived. That friend that he told hired assassins that went to the house, killed him in cold blood, and made away with the money. That is the end of it. What am I trying to say? God can give you a blessing, but it's left for you to apply wisdom so that you will be alive to enjoy it. I don't know whether somebody is understanding me. You must not talk anyhow. There are people that when they are talking to you, understand that they are talking because they want to find out something about you. I don't know whether somebody is here. If you are here, somebody say I'm here. I say if you are here, somebody say I'm here. You are not here. I say if you are here, somebody say I'm here. Amen. I say amen. Finally, number 7. It is not sex that killed Samson. It is his inability to keep secret